Hi, second grade. Hopefully you walked in and you got your stamp from last time. If you weren't here last time, it is okay. We will figure it out. Before we do anything at all, I'm gonna pass one piece of freezer paper to every single table. So freezer paper is used to store foods in the refrigerator or the freezer. That's why they call it freezer paper. We are going to be using it for printing. There's going to be this side right here, and then there's going to be the shiny side. We need the shiny side up. You're also going to get one piece of one tape dispenser per table. So if you have a partner, this is going to go in between you and your partner. So let's pretend my partner's over here. I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to tape down all four corners to the table. This is where you and your partner's ink is going to go. So it's really important that you have a surface because it's less to clean up. So once you have taped down your piece of freezer paper, give us a thumbs up and we will move on. All right, so I've already created one, but if you weren't here last time, what we did was we got a piece of cardboard and a piece of foam. We are making our very own stamp, which we'll get to try out and take home today too. So let's say I wanted, I don't know, sometimes abstract shapes work the best. I want some triangles, and maybe some squares, a circle. I don't know. I'm just making this up, but your shape could have been anything. If you're going to do a letter of your name, remember that you need to glue down the letter reverse. Otherwise, you're going to end up with your name or your letter backwards. I'm going to quickly cut this out. So I've cut out what I needed for my stamp. You'll need to glue those pieces. You're going to need to use glue all. Some of the glue alls have tape on them. That's how I know the difference. Glue all is better than the glue that's on the table because that table glue is school glue. This is glue all. It's kind of like super glue in a way. So I'm going to glue on all these pieces. And remember, I'm just making it up. If you decide you want to do a letter, you'll need to put that letter backwards, baby. Otherwise, it is going to be reversed when you put on, when you start stamping. All right, so I'm going to just put this to the side. That was just for demonstration purposes. I have my actual stamp that I want to use. You'll be stamping into your sketchbook. So you can pick a random page on the inside. You can stamp on the outside of your sketchbook if you want to decorate. So keep your sketchbook somewhere nearby. When you or your partner are ready, I'm gonna come by and give just a little bit of ink. So this is the ink. It looks nasty and it's can get very dirty. So if you have sleeves, definitely roll them up. I'll put a little bit on your freezer paper. You and your partner will need a brayer. Just one brayer per table. Not everyone needs their own brayer, and it will be less mess. You'll just have to take turns. You'll take your brayer and you'll go back and forth. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm trying to get the ink sticky. I'm not trying to paint the freezer paper and get it everywhere. That would be a waste. But I do want it sticky. You can kind of see that texture. I can't help how squeaky these rollers are, so you'll just have to live with it. And then you're going to take your roller and go over your stamp. Now, I'm not going over this side, the one that has your name on it. I'm going over the part with my symbol. I know that I got it all because I can see it. I can literally see that the ink is now on the foam. Whenever you're done with a brayer, you don't want to put it on the table. You're going to make a mess. You want to put it upside down. If you put it upside down on its side, nothing will happen. You're fine. All right, so I'm going to go in my sketchbook, go to a random page, and then you take your cardboard and you stamp. And you have your print. So I love this. You can repeat it as much as you want. That's why they call it a print. These are called ghost prints. It starts to lose its ink, and so it turns into a ghost. Ooh. All right, let's say I want to continue. I'm going to go back into the ink. You don't need a whole lot of ink for this to work, but if you do run out, let me know. Go over it again. If for some reason you don't like the way yours turned out, that's okay. And print. Maybe I want to print on the front of mine too. Pretty interesting, right? So I'm going to give you guys about 15 minutes to print all that you want, and then I'll stop passing out the ink. I want you guys to take 2 photos for your portfolio. On a slide in your portfolio, I want you to take a photo of your stamp, and then also take a photo of your favorite mark that you made, your favorite stamp, but actually on the paper. So 2 photos are due today. All right, let's talk about cleanup. This stamp, you can either take it home, which I hope you do. Maybe you can use it at home, or you can throw it away if you don't want it. Just make sure you have a photo for your portfolio so that way I can grade you. And then this piece of paper here, all I want you to do is make sure you get that tape off. You may need to dig your nails and get it all off. Throw this away for you and your partner. These should dry pretty fast, so you can put your sketchbook on the back counter. You have your photo. So let's go ahead and talk about cleaning the brayer. Some people like to clean a brayer with a wet wipe. I prefer to be just a little bit less wasteful. Just turn on the water and rinse it off. Use your fingers, get all the nasties. You'll see that the water is running black. That means that the gunk is getting off there. I do a little test. I'll do a little paper towel, run it through. If it's still nasty, then it means that there's still ink there. We need to clean this off for the next person who uses it. Get the handle. Once you feel like it is ready for the next person, give it a nice dry. Oop. Once you feel like it's ready for the next person, turn off the water, of course. Dry everything down. And that's another reason why I told y'all just need 1 brayer per person, or that's why I told y'all 1 brayer per table, because it's less cleaning. And then you'll just place this back into the box on the back counter, and this will be ready for the next class. Have an amazing day, and I cannot wait to see your prints.